Talk a little bit about the progression of Randall Dent.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, Randall's playing defense. So, we're happy with where he's at right now. We do need him to pick it up a little bit. He's gonna have to play for us. He's gonna have to play a role for us on the offensive line. He's gonna have to learn a little intricacies of playing offensive line. He's a big, strong guy. He's physical, but he doesn't yet understand all the different intricacies, I guess would be the best word, playing the offensive line position. So, we're encouraged by Randall, but we do need Randall to establish himself as an offensive lineman.
What's his vibe like? I mean, in spring, he was a defensive lineman, and he just kind of seemed to be going through the motions a little bit. Just looking at him now, he seems like a happier guy. I mean, does he feel at home now?
It's funny what little playing time will do for you. I think he feels like he belongs. I think he feels like he found the spot that fits him. I think he feels like he has an opportunity to play and be a part of this football team. There's times when you're buried in a depth chart that you just don't see the light of day. A lot of things have to happen for you to get on the field, to get on the bus. And Randall Dent now has an opportunity to play, and he's certainly on the bus. So, he's a guy that feels like he has a role, and I think that's important.
Yeah, nice.
When you look at Tanner and Dwayne together on that side, can you tell that they played together on the same side? I mean, is there things that you can watch?
Yeah, they're able to have a good feel for how the other guy blocks and how the other guy comes off the ball, and the tempo of what the other guy comes off the ball. I'm really looking forward to watching those two in game action. I've seen them a lot in the spring, and I've seen them a lot during training camp, and we've seen them in scrimmages. But I'm hoping that, and I think they do have another tempo and a speed of playing together, and that's going to be fun to watch. So I'm really looking forward to watching those guys line up against South Dakota State. I'm really looking forward to the whole offensive line lining up against somebody different, a different color jersey, and going out and competing. We've had a lot of battles, up and downs with the defense, and now it's time for this team to come together as Kansas. It's not about being on the offense or being on the defense. We're the University of Kansas now, and we need to come together in that aspect, and let's go to battle, and let's see how things work out.
Can you talk about Tanner Hawkinson a little bit and what he does in terms of his leadership, trying to get the attention of the offensive line as well as the rest of his teammates?
Yeah, Tanner, he's a quiet leader. He leads more by example than anything else. I'm happy with the way Tanner's gone about his business, but I think he's another guy that he's ready to go and play. That's why training camp is as long as it is, and that's why the season starts when it does, because now it's time to, we put in the work in the winter. We put in the work in the spring. It's been a long, hot summer. Now let's go play football. And I think Tanner feels that. I think Dwayne feels that. I think Marangeli feels that. I think those three guys, especially up front, they're ready to go play and go compete against other people.
Can you talk about the interaction Dane has with the line and just kind of his leadership role?
Dane is just a great guy to have in the huddle. I've been around some great quarterbacks, but he has that innate ability to walk into a huddle and demand respect, but yet also, on the other hand, the guys love being around him. They rally around him. They'll do whatever they possibly can to hope he has success. And to me, that's what an offensive line has to do. You got to like your quarterback. I mean, there was times when when I was with the Chiefs, when the guy was playing back there, we weren't the biggest fan of him, but but when you really like your quarterback, you'll do anything for him and you'll lay it down for him, and I think that these guys really and truly rally around Dane Christ.
Kind of heading into the first game, where would you gauge their confidence?
Well, that's hard to tell. I think that we as a team, I think we're ready to go and play. We're excited about going and playing. I think we have the ability to start fast, but that remains to be seen. We got to put the helmets on, got to put the lights on, we got to put the fannies in the seats and see and see how this team reacts. I think they're going to react well, but there's always that question mark. The first game is always the most nerve-wracking game because you're never quite sure what you're going to get. It's like Christmas morning when finally get to see the presents and all the stuff that's been sitting under the tree for so long. You finally get to open it up and see what they can do or what they are, and that's what I think that we're really looking forward to, is just getting the guys out there and playing.
How are the players, in terms of just that itch to just go out there on September 1st? Is it hard to just wait for that day?
It is for me. My sleep has gone down more and more, but yeah, I think they're excited about going and playing and competing, and they got a bad taste in their mouth from last year. They lost a bunch of games in a row, and I think that they feel like they have an opportunity to go and kind of right some wrongs. So hopefully they're able to go out there and do that on September 1st.
You had mentioned last year, and with your background playing professionally and then being very successful in high school, what do you do to try to help change your mindset, or is there nothing that can be done?
No, it's just you as a coach you can say anything and you can do anything, but it comes down to players. It's just got to start to believe in each other, rally around each other, love each other, have love, trust, and commitment with each other, that they're going to go out there and they're going to play as a unit. And when those things start to happen, then it starts to gel, and you start to get to where you want to be.
With the quarterback that you played with, and, like you were just talking about, did you see very often a relationship like Dane and Coach Weiss have? I mean, is that rare or?
No, I can't really speak on their relationship, but I do think that Coach Weiss has been a guy that has the unbelievable reputation of developing some great quarterbacks. So if you're a quarterback, I mean, you're gonna do whatever you possibly can to try to get some of the knowledge and some of the insight from a guy who's been around some of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. So, I think that he certainly has Dane's attention at all times.
Yeah, cool.
Can you talk a little bit about, when kind of like everybody's talking about, when you're in the NFL, you're kind of a nasty, mean lineup and beat 'em kind of player. I mean, when you're actually coaching these guys, I mean, what kind of philosophy do you approach them with? I mean, what can people expect to see from these guys? I mean, are they going to line up and outman the guys in front of them, or are they're going to be more finesse, kind of pulling?
Well, I think this offense, has a little bit of both. We can play smash mouth. We're going to have to play smash mouth at times, but also there's some times when we're going to have to get out and run in space and get on guys because we have some speed. With the different weapons we have, there's different packages and different things that we need to do. So I think we can. I think I'm hoping that we're able to. Play smash mouth when we have to play smash mouth, and play the other way when we have to. I mean, that's why you work all spring and all summer, so you have the opportunity to be multifaceted.
What about the defense? I mean, the defensive line. I mean, are there any players on that side of the ball that pop out to you?
Well, it just as a group, they have really. Started to really do some great things in practice. They're coming off the ball, they're playing physical, they're playing low, they're starting to get a little swagger to themselves, and I really think that group is going to surprise a lot of people this year.
So the fact that they're raising their bar a little bit, does that help you as a
absolutely
coach?
Yeah, absolutely. It challenges our guys to match their tempo.